WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Everything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish that bright future we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Big up everyone, and all of a sudden the nerves have kicked in. It is a massive game tomorrow, a huge game in our season. This is the FA Cup quarterfinal preview. Wembley is on the line, and obviously through previous experiences, the trip to Wembley is just great. Granted, we haven't always had the best of successes out there, but the day out in itself will just cultivate an incredible turnaround in our season. JC, how's it going?
I'm good, you know. I think that the next door neighbours just started smashing the hell out of the wall.
I was thinking what was going on.
I don't know what's happening at 7:30 at night, but we move.
Hopefully it's hammering nails and not
to be fair, the journey to Wembley is always horrible until you get there, and then it's amazing. No matter if you lose, if you win, great. If you lose, you still had a day at Wembley. And to be fair, when we was at there with Chelsea, yes, we lost, but it was still a great day out. And to be fair, when it comes to away games, for the last 10 years of me going to away games, normally the day is brilliant. It's the game that lets the whole day down. And to be fair, with it being a really early kickoff, I don't know whether that's helped it or hindered it, because how me and Dan are playing it is going to be like a whole day event, basically. We're going to meet up for a bloody breakfast in the pub. You're going to have breakfast and a beer. So you're going to get everything in this vlog. And you know what? It's a different one. I was upset that it was so early, but I think if you look at it in another way, you sort of go, well, it's so early, but they can still watch all the other games later. And, you know, I'm enjoying it. Last time we had a quarterfinal, we did pretty well, to be fair, against Everton. I don't think that this game will be a landslide like that one. No way. I think early prediction out there, I think it'll be 1-0 to us. I'm still confident to a degree because Mateta's back and, you know, Wharton's fit and playing and France is back and this and that. But it's not going to be an easy game. It is a one-off game, so literally anything goes, anything can happen, anything could happen. And also the thing that's swaying me a little bit, sort of both ways, is the fact that they beat us at our place 2-0. We beat them at their place 2-0. So it's exactly even right now. The only thing that's messing with my head right now is the fact that our admin overdid it with the Anderson stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I said to you when I was driving home. I was like, we have to win this game. Otherwise, our admin needs to hide. It was just way too much, you know, way too much.
Not even our admin needs to hide. Because of him, we have to change our establishment date back to 1905 because we can't be the oldest club anymore because...
Honestly, but no, it's gonna be. I'm gutted I can't be there myself. And big up to chairman because obviously he from the jump he said like I can get you a ticket if you can make it. I was like I can't even commit to it because just things are happening on my end and whatnot. So look, I hope you have an amazing day and hopefully I don't care how we do it. I just hope we just get the win, just to have that Wembley trip. And you know what will top it off even better? If Forest make sure that they beat Brighton. Because that's another thing I'm scared of. Imagine we get
not do it. If we got Brighton in the semi-final, my heart couldn't do it. If
Or
we
the
got
final.
Brighton in the final, I would have to be so drunk that I don't remember the game. I would have to be because I could not handle that kind of stress. Because no matter what in that game, one club is officially better than the other, and there's no question of what happens. Because Brighton could be like, "Oh, well, we're in Europe. Well, we're on the FA Cup, and we're in Europe. So you know what?" But I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I need them to go out. I need them to go out.
Yeah, Forest, you must. Please.
But I think in the if we're looking at we want an entertaining FA Cup, Bournemouth must as well. If they beat Man City, you know how
Yeah.
incredible this FA Cup's going to be.
It will mean that there would be pretty much a new winner.
Seriously, if Villa or Forest, so and even then, Villa haven't won it in 30 years, Forest
Yeah,
haven't won it in
exactly.
50 years, but then all the other teams have never won it.
Yeah, it just makes it so much better.
Yeah, as a top 6 team fan, you'll be like, oh, it's dead FA Cup. But for everyone else, it's an incredible cup.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Fulham. So obviously their last outing went to penalties against Manchester United. I guess if you're looking at it from a Fulham point of view, you'd think they played all right first half and wasn't great second half. Does that give you any sort of hope? Because obviously we know that Man United haven't been great themselves. Does that give you hope that we can potentially control this game?
I wouldn't say it gives us hope in controlling this game. I think that we're going to go there, and I do think that Fulham are going to be a completely different team to what we played against them in the league. Cup competitions, no matter what happens, we know that a completely different team turns up. At the Emirates, for example, when we played Arsenal this season, they were all over us in the away game. We kept our cool, we stayed in it, we got an early goal, but they made their way back into the game and then ended up trouncing us. But comparing that game to the game we played against them literally 3 days later, we were in the home game. I would say we were unlucky to not draw the home game. But playing the same people, whether in the league or in the cup, it's a completely different beast. So we may have been good in the league, but like I said before, it's a one-off game. You cannot predict it. They will be completely different. In the cup, Silva's done basically what Glasner's done every single game, apart from one of them. He's gone pretty much full strength. He's looking at the cup thinking this is our best chance, or this is like a secondary chance of Europe, because they are pretty high up in the table. I believe they're 8th right now. So, if they keep having an all right season, they're going to pick up Europe if they win the FA Cup or not. So is that maybe something that could swing in our favour? Because there's I wouldn't say there's no chance of us getting Europe, but it's so much slimmer than them getting Europe through the league. So if anything, the cup probably means that little bit more to us. But as a Palace fan, when it's mattered, we normally rubbish, unfortunately. But Dan keeps telling me, oh, we're not that kind of team anymore. Under Glasgow, we're not that kind of team anymore. So I want to sit here and believe him, but unfortunately, I just don't, just because of previous experience. I've just been traumatized too many times.
No, I think for me personally, I think we have to play this game on the counter-attack. I'm confident in our defence to be able to keep a clean sheet. They've been very, very good, to be honest. And I think we're just so much better. Like seeing Anthony Robinson, who's very good going forward, struggle defensively, has given me a bit of hope. Castagna, per my personal opinion, once again, decent going forward, not great going back. Like hopefully Kenny Tete is not back, because I think he's probably the better of the two. And obviously we know about Joachim Anderson just regarding recovery pace isn't the best. But I think you're right. I think it's just about getting out there and just giving our all. And as long as, like I said, if we go to Wembley and it's not Brighton, then we could just go and enjoy the day. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't want them, or we don't want them to be like go further than us in this competition. You know, that will make us all sick. You know, and if they ever, you never know if we think about that. But the other thing I want to talk about is, I know Matt Turner's our cup goalkeeper, but my goodness, please, Ollie, start Dean Henderson. And I expect him to do so, because obviously in the Carabao Cup quarterfinal, he went with Henderson in goal.
Yeah, I think I've said this every stream we talk about it. The second the cup gets serious, Hendo's back. Quarterfinal against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, Hendo comes back. Quarterfinal in the FA Cup, I wouldn't say it's more important. Obviously, it's a bigger cup, but we want to win any trophy we can get our hands on. So, literally, the second any competition gets serious, Hendo's back. So, I'm fully expecting him to come back in. He's also had a little bit of extra training going with England as well, so he's probably sharper than ever. So, you know, Hendo coming back in. And to be fair, I think he's been one of our shouts for player of the season. Probably an outside shout for player of the season so far with how good he's been. Great shot stopper. And to be fair, the team builds out from the back. So if you've got Turner back there, you know, we're probably less likely to pass back and recycle the ball. We're probably more likely to just put the ball out for a throw-in and then already start from there. But I think a more interesting question is what Louis has put in there. Is it Chilwell or Mitchell to start?
Bear in mind, it may be Adama Traore again. I'm sticking with Mitchell. I'm sticking with Mitchell. I cannot see Adama Traore run out against Chilwell. That would give me a heart attack.
To be fair, I still think even if Willian was playing out there, I'd still rather Mitchell.
Yeah.
I think that away from home, just being defensively strong means so much more than going forwards and attacking, and probably even more so in a cup competition.
Absolutely. Let's go through a few comments. We'll talk about our players coming from international duty.
Big up the dog. Big up chairman, fingers crossed. Big up Tiddles. Generally cannot call what will happen. I'm low-key nervous. Biggest game of the season, IMO.
Absolutely.
Palace go through. City lose. Brighton lose, please.
That would be perfect.
The dog said Jez isn't starting. Yeah, unfortunate for him. He's having a good season, but he's not given consistent game time. The dog wants me to run into Emilio for some reason. Why is that? I don't know. Damo, big up. Boom, boom, boom. Is this third round in a row he predicted Hendo in goal? Yes, I will get it right eventually.
He must play.
I'm going to predict Hendo for every game now. Big up Animal, big up Pat. I'm not going to... If Nketiah starts, I'm not going to stand up the whole game. I do think that Glauser said Mateta's good for 60, so he'll probably play the first 60 and then Nketiah will play the last 30.
Just start, JP. I'm sorry, just start.
Mm-hmm. I need to see this Petr Cech head covering. That's going to be hilarious.
Imagine if he does score and instead of him kicking the corner flag, he goes out.
Or he just nods it off and then boots that up in the air instead of the corner flag. Big up Fulham Pulse saying come on the Fulham.
Big up Emilio.
Big up TCD. Big up Hughes. Not Hughes. Hughes might be off for a cold. Big up Damo. And then evening.
Yeah. Look, we've had luck this time around as well. Like, I don't think any of our players have come back from international duty injured. I think this is probably the first time I thought to myself, Henderson, I don't care if you don't play. Just keep yourself fit. Ebbs, his cameo against, and granted it was Latvia, I believe. How nice was it to see him just directly run at the fullback? Like, please, Ebs, do that tomorrow.
His game is different now. That in Glasner's system, that's not his thing anymore. It's becoming more of it with Adam Wharton being back, but I think with Lerma probably coming in again, if Hughes is off sick, Ebs is going to have to drop and pass more again, and he's probably not going to be doing what he has been doing for England. I mean, it was a nice movement, dribbling with the ball.
Yeah.
I do still think he was very lucky to get the goal because it had took 2 deflections before going in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take it away from him. You're getting your first goal for England. That's got to be like probably one of the biggest achievements of your career at the moment. So big up to him, obviously. But in this game, if he can do that, great. But he can only do that with Mitchell behind him, because we cannot risk him to go forwards like that, lose the ball, and Chilwell's ahead of him. We can't risk that in this game.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, we all know what's going to happen anyway. He's going to get forward. He's going to see Mitchell not pass to him. So. But yeah, just quietly confident, but nervous. So nervous. So nervous. There's no point of us doing predicted 11 because I think it should be the team that has been playing. Obviously, the only question mark is whether Hughes will make it, because if he does, it'll be Hughes and Wharton. If not Wharton and Lerma, and the front three of Eb, Sarah, JP. Combined 11.
Yeah, why not? We haven't got Emilia here, so we can pick the correct 11 this time. In goal,
And but that's no disgrace. Leonard's been good.
Hendo in goal. Left back,
Robinson.
DeWalt. I don't need no screwdrivers.
Do we do our formation and go Lacroix, Gehi, and Bassi?
We can do. Is Bassi better than Thingy at the moment?
Richards, I would say so. And that's not disrespecting Richards, but Bassi has been one of Fulham's best players.
Well, if we do that, I have no issues with putting Munoz in here.
Yeah.
So what, Gay, Lacroix?
Bassi
plays left centre back though.
But Mark can do right though, to be fair.
Probably. Let's do some of that. In the middle, are we thinking
Wharton? Yeah. Once again, that's not discrediting Hughes because Hughes has been superb.
Lukic is just good.
This is a good midfield. All right, JP goes up top. Now I've got to think about the 10s. Part of me is thinking Ebbs and Smith Rowe, but then another part of me is
Smith Rowe's fraudulent, man.
But another part of me is thinking Iwobi.
If I was going to put one of the Fulham forwards in there, it would be Iwobi. Purely because of how he played against us.
I like Iwobi,
I think Iwobi is very, very good. Are we thinking Iwobi Ebbs? But that's harsh on Sarr as well.
It is. But then Iwobi can do what Sarr can do as well. So it's not.
But he ain't nowhere near as fast.
No, he's not. But he's clever.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Very
And
balanced.
Even got 4 players in there. Emilio saying Iwobi's been looking tired of late. Would you rather Traore in there? Well, everyone's had a rest though, isn't it? Everyone's had a really long rest.
Well, not Iwobi, because he played both international for Nigeria, I believe.
Tired.
Please be tired.
Please be tired. Yeah, Myth Rowe. He's going to score now. Remember in the summer when we were saying, yeah, 35 million on Smith Rowe, too much money, and he bags 2 against us.
And then he had his start to the season was crazy.
And then ever since that start, he's had a howler.
Yeah, way too many injuries.
I will hold my hands up. I was wrong because I was convinced he was going to get injured by like mid-September. But he's still fit. He's just a myth. Myth Rowe. Even Emilio saying he's a myth. Last 2 months been average. I think that's a good team. Maybe Traore in there.
Yeah, I mean Jimenez.
Pace in there.
Jimenez was really good for Mexico.
Yeah, scored, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he did. I think there was a comment up earlier.
I will be going to the Spoons. I will be there at 8:30, not at 7, because 7 is long. Are you mad? Waking up earlier to go football than I would to go to work. Are you mad? Ain't no way.
Oh man. All right. What are the 4 quarterfinals again?
Preston Villa, us and Fulham.
Bournemouth City,
Forest, Brighton.
Okay, let's go through the 4, and then
be like
realistic as to who goes through, or realistic as possible, because there will be bias. And then decide who we would want in the semi-final.
We're gonna go through it, and we're gonna sit there and say, no, this is the best team, and then we'll go from there. You know what this calls for, Rich? This calls for the Dan special.
Especially.
It's time. Here we go. Spreadsheet.
I said that.
Yeah, I know.
And you said no.
Crystal Palace versus Fulham. What's the other one in our bracket? I think it's Villa Preston, isn't it? Oh no,
is it in the bracket or is it another draw?
It gets redrawn, but let's do it as if it was bracket. Just for the
keep them away from us.
No, and then what was the last one again? It was City v Bournemouth. All right. Let's try and do this without any bias. Fulham Palace. Villa Preston. Villa. You're muted.
The Bournemouth versus City one, I don't know. Because it's at Bournemouth.
I'm going for the vibes. Bournemouth for the vibes.
Forest. Because they'll prefer to play on the break.
Who's at home?
Brighton at home.
I don't know. That'll be a good game. Because Brighton are in form right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to want to avenge the 7-0 as well.
Yeah. Palace Brighton semi-final. Oh my days.
I will watch it. I'll be like this.
Don't worry, we are massive.
Ooh, Villa Bournemouth. Villa.
Right, we're gonna play Villa 4 times in 1 year.
Can this be our year? Can this be our year?
Imagine we play Villa 4 times. We beat we draw to that we draw once. We beat them twice. And then we lose in the final. Oh no.
Nah, that would be sickening.
Shameless.
Let's go.
We're winning the FA Cup, boys. It's in the bag. If you've got a final whack it on it.
Oh, so seriously, I'm mad nervous for tomorrow. Mad nervous.
Oh,
Do you know what's mad? I do want to win the FA Cup, but let's just say we get through. And call me crazy, I would rather play a City because then I know it's a tough game, and if it doesn't go right, I'll
You
feel a
can
little bit.
blame it. Yeah, you go, oh, it's not City.
I'll feel a little bit better about it. But if we get someone like a Villa who we've beaten twice and drawn once, or a Bournemouth who we always draw with, to be fair, or
I'm
Forest,
happy Brentford's not here because we're losing to them.
it will be just like sickening to like lose to a team that we can beat, if that makes sense.
If the game is winnable, that makes it hurt more.
It makes it hurt.
But it also gives you a little bit more encouragement. Because if let's say we win. Or, no, let's not even say this we win. Let's say that Fulham wins, so we don't jinx us. Let's say Fulham wins. And they're like, yes, we're at Wembley, Man City. How dead is that? But then they go Bournemouth, like, like, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
Me just saying our churches excel.
Boy. Look, guys, let's wrap up. Chuck in your score predictions in the chat. Oh man, I'm so nervous.
It'll be a tight game.
I'm going 2-1 Palace.
Okay.
That's it, yeah. But the nerves are all over the gaff.
And I'm on 2-1. Yeah, I'm saying 1-0. It's going to be a nervy game, and it's going to be one of them games where I think the first goal wins a game, unless the first goal is in the first 10 minutes.
Well, in your case, it's 1-0, so that's the only goal anyway.
No, I mean in your case.
For
me, I think it'll be like 1-0, 20 odd minutes in, and it's going to be defend for our lives for the whole game, and it's going to be so stressful. UK Pat saying 2-1 Palace, or we lose on pens. You can't.
Oh jeez, I don't even want to think about pens.
Tiddles says 1-1, and we win 3-1 in ET. And also I'm excited and nervous. Please, no penalties. 1-0.
No, absolutely.
I can't hack penalties.
No, honestly. Because I'm going to be obviously out and about on the road, so I'm going to be listening to it.
Bro's going to crash the car if we miss a penalty. What?
I'm literally going to switch everything off and just come back to it like 10 minutes later and see what the score is. I don't think my heart can take it. Honestly. Oh yeah, just before we go, guys, we've got the latest update from Komarv. See if I've pronounced it correctly. So the next giveaway will start next week, probably Monday or maybe even a Sunday. It is for the Brighton home game. I believe it's 2 tickets to give away. I'll double check on my email on our email. So look out for that on all the different posts. There'll be 2 tickets, I believe, for the home game against Brighton, courtesy of Commonwealth. Right, JC, please enjoy tomorrow.
I will try.
Yeah,
I'm stressed though.
No, I get it. Nikki should be doing the watch along as well tomorrow, so look out for that.
You need to make a thumbnail for that.
Like I said, I'll be on the road, so yeah. But if I can jump on the watch along, I will. Guys, enjoy your evenings. Please get a good night's sleep. And then tomorrow it's the big one. It's the big one. Come on, Palace. Please, Palace.
Thanks for watching.
Absolutely, Tiddles. Let's get the breakfast finally.
I hope so.
Oh, Pat, we are not discussing pen takers. We're not doing that now. See you later.
Up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
Eagles.